You're now tuned in to Check Your Timeline, the official podcast for the fly, the fabulous,
and the motherfucking bossy. Because if you're not listening to this podcast,
you're not a motherfucking boss.
Okay.
Let 'em know. 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 Let 'em know.
Counterfeit. Unattractive. Deceitful. You already know who I'm talking about.
Counterfeit, unattractive, and deceitful. You talking about... You can't be talking about Omarosa.
Oh, that's who the fuck I'm talking about, bitch.
She counterfeit?
She counterfeit as fuck.
Yeah.
Her and that goddamn smile. You know, she always says, I hate that bitch.
Get out of here.
Fuck her.
All right. Nene.
Okay. Like the dance or the...
Yep.
Okay.
Compton.
West Side. What's up, y'all?
Comic.
Nene Compton comic.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about She Ready?
And
Tiffany Haddish.
my nigga Tiffany Haddish. Let's get it.
Did you see her Breakfast Club interview?
No, not yet.
Where she basically was like, he asked her if she'd go on SNL again because she was the first black stand-up comic. Yeah. Which I never really seen her stand up. I always used to see like her. Well, maybe yes, I did. Anyway,
yeah.
He asked her if she'd go on again, and she was like, and she basically was like, she felt like they kind of stifled her creativity. It was kind of, she felt like she was being thrown into a working machine. She didn't really have
more of the black woman continuous marginalization. It never stops.
You think she's funny?
Yeah, she's funny as fuck. She's more of a natural funny.
I was about to say, I think if I knew her in real life, that bitch would have me weak.
Yeah, she's a very naturally funny person. The stand-up that I caught, she had her whole Showtime special, and, you know, I kiki, because it was very relatable to me. Yeah. All the shit she talked about, you know, like, I caught her on a Def Jam 25 shit, and she was talking about, I'll be the bitch in the cubicle, warming up catfish, coming through, had a whole office smelling like fish. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, no.
I never...
No, but I didn't laugh at that shit. I didn't. I wanted to, though. No, you know who did have a good-ass special, though?
Who?
Fucking D-Ray Davis, nigga.
I giggle.
I watched it 3 times. Tears.
I giggle. He was alright. But that's my nigga, though. I've seen D-Ray's, all his comedy specials. I giggle.
All right. Well, you got any announcements?
Not necessarily announcements.
That was a hard-ass gulp of gin.
Yeah, that reminded me of, don't tell these motherfuckers what I'm drinking.
That was a hard ass gulp of gin. No juice.
No, what happened is these mics pick up everything, and it remind me of that lady that be on Facebook eating pickles and doing her nails like this. Yeah,
and she do it with the red lipstick.
Like, what are you doing?
But while it is weird as fuck, every time I watch it twice. At least 2 times. Because I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But I can't stop watching it.
It's like Lay's.
Yeah.
You can't eat just one.
I don't think I have any real announcements just yet. I'm really trying to save all mine for like the New Year's Eve episode in 2018 and all that other good jazz. So, yeah. All right then. So, gossip, okay? 3, 2, 1. Gossip Gauge. 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 Gossip Gauge.
The reason that, you know, I wanted to talk about Tiffany Haddish is because, you know, Girls Trip was arguably the best movie of the summer. Like,
okay, wait, let's argue this.
I say arguably.
What other movies came out?
It doesn't matter. Girls Trip is the only one I remember.
Hold on, IMDb gonna tell me, but I feel you. Well, it speaks to us, of course, bitch, because
that's all that matters. But it actually crossed mainstream. What demographic of woman hasn't ever been on a girls trip?
But wait, can we explain to our audience right now in this moment why Essence Fest and Girls Trip is so important to who we are.
I just wanted to talk about the Golden Globe.
Well, I'm just going to let you guys know that a lot of our unity was birthed in New Orleans during Essence Fest, during some drunk and twisted nights. And she's the only person I fell asleep in Omarosa's with, you know, with my titties out, wondering where the fuck I been.
What the fuck do you be talking about, Pink?
I'm just saying.
I don't be remembering this stuff because you was ghost.
Bitch, we were in Rouse's.
You were ghost.
Your mom popped the bubbly. And remember, we were getting fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Rouse's, people don't know what Rouse's is. Rouse's is like a grocery store like Harris Teeter. And people go there for breakfast after they've been out all night.
It's like a breakfast. It's like a breakfast buffet.
I didn't want to be there.
Store.
You feel me?
No.
I had on like a see-through bodysuit. Nipples just pow.
Like,
I don't want to be in a grocery store at 6 o'clock in the morning where people come in and do their Saturday morning shopping.
And we had been out all fucking night. We was like sleeping in the morning. Anyway, so Girls Trip.
Yeah, they shot that movie there. It was great. And they shot it there when we were there last year.
That's right. This year, nigga.
That was this year. No,
Did they
shot
shoot it last year? But when we were there. Nigga.
Yeah.
Understand if it's Essence Fest, bitch, we're there.
Yeah. And so they did not get nominated for a Golden Globe. And like I said, it was arguably one of the best movies of the summer, you know. To even have been in the conversation, you would think that everybody saw what we saw. But, of course, nah. Tiffany Haddish didn't get nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress, and she was the breakout star. Seriously, if she wasn't the comedic relief, it wouldn't have quite have been what it was. She brought her own humor to it, and she was this black girl in your face.
Find the shit funny. I did. The only thing literally I liked about Girls Trip was that I felt like it was our girls trip.
That's all you needed to feel. You might not have felt
but
her,
I didn't like
but you felt somebody. You felt somebody.
Movie, but I feel you.
Everybody that I know, or a lot of people, plenty of people, not even just limited to us, could relate to that shit. Just like everybody could relate to Bridesmaids.
Ooh,
even Bridesmaids.
So it felt like the black Hangover or the black female Bridesmaids.
Why does it have to have that stigma in front? The black version.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what it felt like. I didn't want it to be, but it felt like, okay, you're just doing what the white people did in their movies.
That's bullshit.
That's how I felt.
We do a lot of shit that doesn't even make it to the mainstream. We do a lot of dope shit that they take the script and, you know, they get the writers and then they go ahead and make their own little white version of the movie.
I mean, that's how I felt.
That's bullshit.
But I mean, I am looking right now through all of the summer movies, and I mean,
they was booty as fuck.
They were. Okay.
The only other thing we saw was Get Out, and they put Get Out as a comedy. If y'all don't get y'all motherfucking asses, get out of here. It's just, again, we get slighted, and you know, Jada Pinkett went on a whole rant on Twitter, and she talked about it.
They put big money behind it, though. That's why
they put a lot of money. They had it was dope. The production was relative. It was black as fuck. Like every time it's a black production, for the most part, like you remember how they did Moonlight last year at the Oscars. They gave Moonlight's award away.
Well, so did you like Moonlight? Because I don't ever want to get caught up in just supporting because black, which I have no problem with people who do, but I'm not going to support just because black, bro.
That's not what we saying when we ask for reciprocity.
Like not notoriety, but recognition. I
exactly,
guess.
Because I laughed just as hard as I laughed at The Hangover because we do the same shit.
Well, see, I didn't really like The Hangover either.
That shit was, she was comedic genius.
So I feel it.
I just, you know, we want that inclusion, but we also want to be our individual asses because black people do the same shit y'all do. We have a good time too. You know, Hispanics do the same shit y'all do.
So what movies got nominated?
In the comedic category or best musical, the only one I recognize, comedic performance or musical. Okay. I don't know why that goes. I'm not a Golden Globes.
That's right, but voter. I guess drama is comedy and. So,
nigga, why is Get Out there?
Because it was written by comedians. So,
it wasn't funny.
I can.
It wasn't funny.
Well, so satirically, it was because what we were doing is making a gross commentary on how black people, how white people exploit black people and tried to do it in a way that's like covert. So that's what I'm trying to say. I guess if you really, really never saw the movie, you ain't black, like. Okay, so Key and Peele, they wrote a movie.
They were triggered.
The movie was about
white people were triggered in that movie theater. It wasn't funny to them.
Wait, so did they get nominated though?
They got nominated in the category that should have been for Girls Trip.
Get Out was better than Girls Trip.
I'm not saying that. They're two different categories. That's what I'm saying. When I laughed, It wasn't at Get Out. There was some comedic relief in there, but for a comedy to not get nominated, that's bogus.
Yeah, Get Out was definitely a horror.
And he said it was a documentary.
Well, and see, that right there is a troll.
Yeah, it was.
You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like, oh, okay, so it's a comedy. Oh, okay, so then it's a fucking documentary. Well, I don't know what this feedback is.
But Mary J. Blige did get supported for Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture, and Issa Rae got nominated for Best Performance by an Actress in a TV series. So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Black women. And that's what I'm saying. So Insecure, had they gotten snubbed, I'd have had a problem.
Yeah, that would have been some real crazy
because that
shit.
show was better than Girls, and I loved Girls.
Didn't watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word on the street is my favorite Black woman to hate. And you know what's so crazy is because this bitch was introduced to me as a villainess. She was introduced to me as a villainess.
Because she's Black.
And then, I'm not even going to lie to you, I went to Norfolk State. I know some people who went to school with her. Everything that I've ever heard about this woman just grosses me out to fucking smithereens. So literally the only time I'm checking for her name is when it like involves some mess, and it appears that her messy ass was asked to resign.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, it's all alleged. It's all alleged. Because let her tell it. What she said. Let her tell it.
Yeah, Omarosa said that when she went and sat her ass down with Michael Strahan on Good Morning America, she's like, no.
That's not what happened.
I've been knowing Donald for years. It wouldn't happen that way. We have a mutual respect for each other. And when I told them that I didn't want to work here anymore, that was it. And I was like, okay, bossy. You little bossy little thing. You was on that show with him, huh?
But what about April Ryan's tweet?
Maybe Omarosa was fed up with the bullshit, because we can't sit there and act like she wasn't the only Black woman on that committee or on that staff, the only Black woman, the only Black Republican that's a female, and she's going to work with these motherfuckers every day. They keep saying stuff that rubs her the wrong way. It's only so much cognitive dissonance you can allow yourself to experience. Maybe Omarosa just really was fed the fuck up.
Yeah, I guess if you're buying that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never counted her as a Black woman. You know what I mean? Like, this bitch ain't never did nothing Black. And it's immediately after you're being separated from your White House agenda do you go, oh, she's like the OJ of fucking Black women.
Wait a minute. First of all, she married Michael Clark Duncan. May he rest in peace. You know what I mean? That was some Black shit.
I mean, okay. Like, whatever, bitch. She's a white woman who was pandering to the whitest of men. And then did you hear when she said he's not a racist, but he's racial?
Yeah, that's some truth.
In an interview with ABC's Nightline on Thursday of this week, following her White House exit, the ex-communications director. Oh, so that's what she was. She was the communications director in the White House Office of Public Liaison. Yeah,
and they gonna put the Black woman in front to make it seem like he's all for, equality and.
So did it work?
Coming up, I feel like, me personally, I think Omarosa just was over the bullshit. You can only take so much in that administration.
The things he says, the types of pushback that he gives involve people of color. These are racial exchanges. Yes, I will acknowledge many of the exchanges, particularly in the last 6 months, have been racially charged. Do we then just stop and label him as a racist? No, bitch. Yeah, and we also label your ass as a motherfucking coon.
Omarosa, I'm with you, girl. Now, I've never supported any of her politics. I couldn't tell you her politics. Just as a sister, and knowing what it's like to tap dance in front of a room full of you-know-who's, a room full of you-know-who's, and you gotta motherfucking pretend you somebody that you ain't, or you gotta go along with shit just because they like, well, affirmative action don't exist no more. So you're lucky you're here.
I don't know that she had those same plights, because it's not like she walked in there with dreads. It's not like she walked in there pushing a Black agenda. She walked in there
Black, bro.
sucking fucking.
She walked in there Black.
Now, speaking of dicks sucking, lips. I know I'm joking because I don't think she ever said she sucked his dick.
Right.
But did you hear that our boy Russell Simmons? You heard the update on that shit.
I heard he taking a lie detector test.
My nigga, he's taking a lie. So here's what I don't understand. What is the lie detector test supposed to prove did or did not motherfucking happen? Because he already said, I don't feel that the way she walked away from the situation was the way I walked away from the situation. Her recollection of events, my recollection of events.